One mistake that taught you more than any degree or any experience in a life that you want to share with students.
But with that, attention is all you need, and that was, I think, 27.
Hello and welcome everyone to the place where we bring thought leaders from across the world to the curious minds at Thapar. And today I'm your podcast host. I am Diya, ENC student, second year from Thapar. And today I have this incredible opportunity to speak to the person whose journey expands oceans and technologies. Hello, sir. Today joining me is Mr. Ritesh Tandon, a visionary technologist, leader, and an AI expert who has worked at a cutting edge in the software, machine learning, and community programs. From programming in his early 2000s to solving real world problems with Gen AI today, Mr. Ritesh brings a rare blend of technical brilliance, leadership, and wisdom. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Divya, and thanks for having me here.
Yes, sir. So let's start. Like we have know that you have been in India and then you shifted to US. I want to ask you that what initiated you, that what made you move from India to US?
So, I started my career in India in IT technology software as I am a science graduate. I at that time the IT was booming, and in early 2000s we have a .com. Each and every application was going to the web environment. So we were trying to. As I started my career, I have had a chance to learn about the latest trends that were happening in the field of web. I mean, the internet was just evolving. It was not in everyone's hand. Those who have like money have to go to the at that time, what do you call, like, internet chaos to pay and access the internet. Google was evolving. Everything was like in very infancy stage. And Windows 98 and NT was just introduced to the industry. So moving to US, and after having experience in IT, I worked in Delhi and then to Bangalore, and then I got a chance to, with my expertise, like support one of our projects and clients that we were executing from India to US. So I came to US. So it was I was struck by the scale and the speed, the diversity of the tech industry here in the US. The ecosystem emphasis more on innovation, risk taking, and collaboration was inspiring. It was a different world, and I was also able to relate how the technology is like the scale of the technology and the innovation was happening in US. And I was surprised by the access to the resources, to the funding, talent, which facilitated rapid prototyping of the solution that I was engaged in and deploying it so that it can be used in different business areas, regulatory environment, cultural nuances, local market. There was a lot of learning as I moved to US. And as I adapted by networking professionals, attending industry events, staying updated on latest trends, this helped me understand the market needs and the opportunities, enabling me to contribute very effectively. The experience has been enriching, and I have learned to appreciate the diversity and dynamism of the US tech landscape.
So as you've seen diversity in both the countries, so what do you think there's different in US that's not in India? Or maybe something you miss in India that's not in US?
So I would say most of the time when we are working in India, and the environment, the culture is different, and also the risk taking ability and the innovation as a product mindset. I see in India, yeah, most of the time we are having the same problems as like US has, or maybe a solve more challenging problems in the medical industry, in the supply chain industry, in the insurance industry, in the finance industry. Here, the speed is more, and the focus is more on risk taking and innovation, innovation, which I think India is catching up, and they're trying to up to that speed. But the yardstick in US is different, so it is good that as we say, like if you want to grow, you have to keep raising the bar. So I would say that and I see a lot of potential. Yes, in Indian students, in Indian folks whom I've interacted with over my lifetime span of the career, they too have potential. Once that product mindset and the vision comes into the picture, that is good for the overall society, overall globe, human being society.
That's great. Of course, India will catch up someday, and it will be incredible for that day. Another next question is like you.
I would just add. I would just add here. It's not like catching up. It is for overall good. The technological advancement that I see right now happening all over the globe, in US, in India, and in any part of the world, is going to increase the overall lifestyle, increase the humanity consciousness to augment technology and use it for the good of the social order. Sorry,
Of
go ahead.
course, sir. So I want to ask you that you were in the industry for so many years, but then you went back to pursue masters in data science. What was the spark in you that made you return to back into the classroom?
Yeah, so after years in IT, as you said, yeah, I pursued MS in data science to deepen my understanding of data driven decision making. I was always involved and have like led complex projects that has done a lot of automation. The manual work has been like transformed through use of the technology, the applications. But I was always intrigued by the intelligence is missing in that automation. The power of making a human decision was making in the traditional IT landscape as such when I started my career a decade. So the academic journey was challenging. So I decided, being a like math enthusiast and a science student from India, I was always curious about the tools and the frameworks that we have learned in maths, how that helps in the decision making process. And that's where the data science, that curiosity actually makes me to go back to the school. And since I was like working all with data technologies initially, Oracle, SQL Server, and all that, but when the with the incoming of the Hadoop technology and the unstructured data, quote unquote, if you say so, maybe the students, those who are learning today, will relate to that. In the relational databases we have, then we have got the unstructured database. So how to make sense of it? How does a software can make sense of images? How can the software can make sense of the text data? So and then use the mathematical tool, the calculus, the algebra, that all we learn, and make decisions on behalf of you and wherever it can, to augment it, not to replace them. So that is was the trigger for me to like get into the masters in data science, and getting to a school. I gained expertise in machine learning, statistical modeling, data visualization, enabling me to drive business outcomes through the data, the insights. So this experience helped me transition from a technical expert to a data science leader, equipped to like solve complex problems and drive strategic initiatives. So the academic rigor and exposure that I got, like in the while doing pursuing my masters in data science, learn to cutting edge research, broadened my perspective, allowing me to approach problems with a more data driven mindset, rather than like programming traditional IT programming mindset.
So as you have seen AI in these decades, so how do you think it has evolved over the years?
So I'm excited about the potential of explainable AI. I would say edge AI and the human AI collaboration. I would say in these three like go different use cases. So these trends will drive transparency. It will improve efficiency and innovation in various industries. Explainable AI will enable more like trustworthy models because I mean, we have like a lot of advanced AI models right now. Some are explainable, some are not. We know it is doing, but why it is not doing. So in some industries the explainability part is very critical, especially in the regulatory industry, the finance industry, the insurance industry. So explainable AI will enable more trustworthy models. Y model is predicting what it is predicting, and also while edge AI will unlock new use cases in terms of IoT, internet sensors, and real-time processing. So there are many use cases we see, especially in the medical field and the in insurance industry. I worked in a projects where we have IoT sensors involved, so data in real time was triggering to a cloud-based system based on prediction. Here in US, some of the areas are so cold that the pipe get frozen and all, which can cost millions of dollars to organization in terms of claims. So where these IoT sensors and the model ability to predict that there is a fire hazard, it could be a loss of lives too, and trigger in real time and actions taken. So I've seen that use cases where companies are able to save millions of dollars in terms of claims and also maybe protect lives as well. So I see edge AI, explainable AI, and the human AI collaboration, which is a very important thing. So human AI collaboration, in my mind, will augment human capabilities. It drives productivity and creativity. These trends will shape the future of AI, enabling more sophisticated applications and driving business value. As I mean, AI is still evolving. As it continues to evolve, it is essential to focus on developing transparent, efficient, and more human centered augmented solutions using the AI technology.
So as you have mentioned, like the companies are want to save millions of dollars. So what might be the real time projects that you think students might invest into right now, or they might learn, or they might take care of to like get internships or to get research in the research internships or whatever they're looking forward into.
So there are, I mean, there are many use cases for the real time projects, but especially in the medical field, that is very, very, very critical. As the data comes in, the reports comes in, the AI model is able to like process millions of feature in terms of blood samples, the molecules, and then detect even a slighter chance of any major disease that could be tracked. So that's one thing. There are other industries where the real-time use cases. Their banking industry. I mean, you may be experiencing in India and anywhere as well. Any fraud detection, which happens all over the globe. Credit card like identity theft. So those are some of the use cases which I would suggest students to focus on or maybe develop learn while learning doing their capstone project, what we call here when we the capstone project or a prototype solution where you they can use those AI in a real time.
So as you have mentioned the healthcare sector a lot, so how do you, because we are an engineer, we don't much know about health or something like that. But still AI is helping a lot in health sector as we have seen like cancer detection AI models, like doctor prescription description AI models, DNA testing AI models. So how do you think so it will evolve more in future? Is there more potential in future?
I think it's gonna be getting better and better from here, which is good overall for the human being and the society, and improving the earliest detection of the, as you said, like life threatening diseases, cancer, or maybe nowadays a lot of like neural research is going on here in US on the neurological side, where uh, the mental health, the emotional aspect of a person is detected with the with his behavior, with his way of talking, with his there is so much each and every data points is going to evolve. I'm not the data points. I mean, the model is going to evolve. So even expressions, the videos, AI has so much of capability that I think it is gonna be so intelligent, as Sam Altman says, that it looks like his model would be. We are approaching towards like artificial general intelligence, AGI, which OpenAI Altman calls it. Maybe the next GPT model, which he's saying that could be smarter than him or than the human beings. But for overall good of the society in the health sector, I do see a lot of potential of AI improving the health, not only physical, the mental health, the well-being of the you, which is a positive sign. So I take AI, yeah, advancement as an augmenting the improving the quality of the life of the people.
Like today only at in the morning read the article or in the LinkedIn post about like Sam, and he said like the new Chat GPT Model 5, it's able to like compete with the number one coder in the world, and it just beated him in 9 hours. Like because first the first Chat GPT model, it was like 1 out of 1 million. It was like at 1 millionth place, and then it came into thousands, and then it made into the top 10 list, and now last night it became first with just 9 hours of more training. So I guess the who knows what the future holds, but it's incredible opportunity out there.
Yep.
So is there anything specific about like Gen AI or AI that has been changed in these past 3 to 5 years a lot? Because like 2018 ChatGPT was released, but no one actually knew about it. It became a trend in 2022 and more popular in 2000. By 2024, everyone started using it. So are there any more trends that were released 3 to 5 years before, but might trend later on? Or might like students like us or people journal people like common people do not know about it, like don't know about them.
It's not that nobody would have heard about it if there are the technology students, those who are well aware and reading about what's going on in the world. They would have definitely heard it. They may not have heard, okay, how, let's say Chat GPT, as you said, like it released in 2018. But before that, where it all started, and this, I mean, the AI as such has been we can say maybe a generative AI could be a recent thing, but AI as such is an older technology. The prediction has been going on. All the mathematics is like 50 years old, even when in 19, I think, 70s or 80s in New York, yeah, professor was writing a program to identify the handwritten digits. And if somebody has written 765, and the program is able to identify based on the pixel that what is being written. It's been going on, but with the advent of like the greater computing power, the GPUs, the cloud, it has evolved so much, and also given so much feeder to the technology that at a scale and how fast it can like process and predict anything. So it all started with I would suggest your I mean students of the university to read a paper called "Attention is All You Need." Before that, yes, there were bird models were there. There were other models, but with that, attention is all you need. And that was, I think, 2017. There was a paper published by Google, and some of the like researchers, 6 7 researchers have published this paper. They have this architecture which actually is being used into these chat gpt models, attention model, decoder, encoder model. If your kids in your university are studying about that, the neural network and all,
Oh,
so you will see that. So from there, Now it's been 8 years, and it's gonna evolve from here more and more, basically. But the underlying, the concept, the architecture would be there, would remain the same. There may be an evolution in a Meta is setting up a super intelligence lab now, so the models are competing each other, and they are only going to get better from here.
That's for sure, sir. Everything is getting better at this point, and it's a very competitive space. And like there's a myth going on that AI will replace humans, AI will eat the human jobs. So as you have been in this industry for so long, do you think that it's a myth or is it a truth?
In my opinion, AI will definitely, undoubtedly disrupt certain jobs, but it will also create a new opportunities and transform industries. Like back in the old days, I mean, the same debate would have happened when the automation through the computerization was going on. So it has definitely replaced some jobs, because the automation has replaced some human beings, but it has also created an opportunity for, at that time, those who were studying, and also it created a lot of, let's say, software development jobs or software engineering jobs, or whatever you call. So at this point of time, I do look at it positively, but it does have a potential, because we are not only talking here like automating the human job, we are like building a technology which thinks like human, which acts like human. So it will disrupt certain jobs, definitely, but it is going to also create an opportunities and transform industries. As a technologist, I've seen AI augment human capabilities as till now, and driving productivity and innovation. I mean, the key is to focus on developing skills that complement the AI. Use the AI tools for in whichever field we are in whichever use cases we are in, such as creativity, critical thinking, problem solving. So by embracing AI as a tool, I think, for transformation, we can unlock new possibilities and drive economic growth. It's essential to strike basically a balance between technological advancement and social responsibility.
But sir, like there's a lot of myth about like AI is training or on data. Like we talk to ChatGPT, of course, it uses our data to train on it. So people think that they're at higher risk of like not having privacy and all that things. So what is your account on that?
So I would say it's not like training as you are interacting with the AI, unless they, I mean, they are also bound by the legal regulations. I mean, the regulations here in US are very stronger. So they all whatever you talk on the phone, the models may be listening and serving the content based on that, but they are not training without your approval. Basically, it's all encrypted as well, unless there is a change in the in the regulation. So all the, like, the chat gpt models and all you see, they are definitely trained, but they are trained on a lot of the volumes of data which is public, or if it is trained, it is trained by the consent, by taking, after taking the consent of the respective institutions, of the respective corporations, if they have agreed, let's say, for in the medical field, in maybe in some other fields. So I would say, I mean, it's not uh, a threat in the sense, it is definitely listening and serving the content based on what we are speaking, what we are browsing, but it's not persisting anywhere. It is not like training without without taking a permission from the institutions or a individual and things like that. So there is a legal aspect to it as well,
So I guess
so we don't
privacy
have to
is
worry
not
too much.
that much of a concern right now. And I wish it would never be without a reason. And like there are many students in the tech that are there and they feel like they don't have enough resources or funding, whatever they want to do. So what's your advice for them? Where should they go and find resources, or it's just a mere excuse not to start?
I would not say, yeah, not to start. Not to start is never an excuse for someone who's determined, who want to do something. There's always something for someone, if they are determined, if they are motivated enough. I mean, even if they're not resources, there is a lot of like resources, and in the world of AI right now, or with the social media and all, see a lot of knowledge which you think a quality knowledge that was earlier only available to, let's say, in your college, right? There are professors, there are highly good professors, those who are teaching. In back days, their lectures were not public. I mean, now with YouTube and all, there are lectures given by the Ivy Leagues universities, Harvard, MITs, and even in IITs. There are courses there. There are some Coursera platform. I think you definitely
Yes,
might have
sir.
heard about it. Yeah, and there are other cheaper options. So there is so much of information, quality information available. If you have a drive, if you have a passion, there is no dearth of information in this information age, and a quality education where you can the students can start. If they are, let's say, bogged down by the financial aspect of it, the cloud platform offers some initial like credits to learn about the AI, the technological advancements that are happening. You can have a free account on Azure, Google, and there are some maybe some credits they give. Yeah, if you want to like use it for more commercial purpose, then there is a license, there is a fees involved. But for learning, I think if you, I think the biggest thing is the drive, the passion, and not losing hope, and then take a smaller sample. Maybe yeah, the larger sample of the data in for learning may cost more, but then for learning purpose, I would advise students, yeah, to take a use case, identify the problem they are solving, and then maybe take a smaller sample and build from there.
So, like you have seen AI evolve over decades, and now there are so many buzzwords like Gen AI, agentic AI, prompt engineering. There's so many words, and like we cannot learn everything. Like if even if I start today and I start with a topic called as agentic AI, it will take me approximately 3 to 4 months to master it. So, what would you suggest that what should we go into that has a potential future for like next 10 years? Like people call it like sarkari naukri that won't go in the trend of AI. So what would it be like? Because there are so many things in AI. Even if we want to master one, we need a lot of time. And with world moving so fast, if we master one thing and then we lack 10 other things. So what do you think is the one thing that would be stable for the next 5 to 6 or maybe more than 10 years that would help students and they want to pursue or they show interest in that or to explore maybe?
Yeah, so you are right. I mean, the buzzwords are all around the market. Sometimes it is get overwhelming for the students. By the time you learn something, it becomes obsolete. But then the fundamentals doesn't change. It's the same thing. So we are here like have studied whatever background we have. In mathematics we have studied calculus, we have studied algebra, so it's not like that. It's are we not using it? It has helped to come here. It is those are the concepts that are. I mean, those who are in data science, they will. Yeah, those are the concepts that are applied in the model. So the fundamentals, the statistics, fundamentals. I would say, yeah. If you understand the fundamentals, if you understand the core of it, and the technology will come and go. I mean, when I started, they were basic. There were .NET, there were C, C Sharp, Java, so many. So it just the language keeps on evolving. Right now, it's Python, it's Scala, R. So many data science languages are also there. But that does not mean the learning that I have or the core fundamentals. If you have a good grasp on it, so I will say just don't be overwhelmed on the new. Yeah, you have to be adaptable, you have to be coachable, you have to be on top of the latest trends that are going on, because the demand will be of that from the job perspective. But get your fundamentals so strong that picking up any thing is just a matter of getting used to it, like agentic AI. Yeah, agentic AI, right now agents are being created, but to have an intelligent agent being created, there can be an orchestration flow where you have an like one step as an API, other step as some other Python script that is being called, one is taking decision based on that. So once you do a course, that would be a quicker learning. But if you don't, if you have not, let's say, mastered the fundamentals, you don't know what like the APIs are, well, so the core fundamentals, then any technology is going to be, if you understand the neural network, if you understand, let's say, one master, if you've done some projects for predictive analytics in the traditional machine learning world, or in a more generative word, if you understand the RAG architecture, so the learning would be quicker, and your fundamentals will stay with you for lifelong, I think. So hope I answered your question.
Yes, then. So the basic thing was that we should not get overwhelmed and we should explore and we should like strong our basics enough so that we don't shake.
Yeah,
Like in Hindi,
that,
it's
that
like
that's true.
जितनी strong नींव होती है उतना ही अच्छा घर होता है. The same thing.
Right.
So as like I want to ask you one more thing that I hope that I just it's like not a good question, but it's like that there's one that there we may all make mistakes. Like we all build upon our mistakes and then we improve. So there's one mistake that taught you more than any degree or any experience in a life that you want to share with students so that they could avoid or they could learn from your journey.
So the one mistake I would say, I won't call it a mistake, and there is, in a world, and to you and to all your students, there is no mistake. It's just a mistake can be seen as just a learning to evolve, just like we all are evolving. Technology is evolving, AI is evolving, we are all evolving. So given that, you can think of a use case where we are, let's say, we don't put enough, and that could come from the need as well. I mean, if, let's say, you are in a position, or your students are in a position to deliver something very faster, where they did not fathom enough or sit down and think about the problem. What is the problem? Did they understand the problem, and what are they trying to solve? Are they very clear on that? And then the framework before even like taking an action. Sometimes, yeah, in some of my projects, I mean, I had to quickly take an action, uh, without like sitting down and then thinking first before even taking an action. So, and that could come, that could come from, let's say, the need itself is like that you have to deliver right away, because otherwise, let's say, in an IT world, if a system is broken and person are swiping credit cards, and let's say it's not working because the system is down, so at that point of time, the first need is, let's say, say we stop the bleeding, right? So without even thinking the real cause of it. So sometimes maybe the students may be in that situation, or I have also in my experience have some situations where first I have to fix it, without even thinking on, okay, what is the real cause of it. But that is driven by the time. There's no time. So I would say, if you're not into that extreme situation, first think about the problem, understand the problem, what problem you're trying to solve, and how it is going to benefit, and then make a plan either in mind or in document, and then take this step. Because if you are farther in the step, it is harder to get back and fix the root cause. So i
So
i
when you know
I think
you're
yeah.
yeah, it's like when you're on a wrong train, you should jump faster. It's
Yep.
better. So, so can we have a rapid fire round? Like you can answer in just one line or two words, like a quick recap for everything. Like
Okay.
as you've been in the industry for so many years, what are the current skill needs that a skill set that student need to get a job or a good internship?
AI, generative AI, neural networks, agentic AI.
Okay, so you have already answered one of my question. That next question was the what one AI trend, and the second is what are the technical skills that students mostly overlook? That you think students mostly overlook?
I think they overlook the communication and the storytelling part of it. Most of the problems in the world are the storytelling. So data storytelling, the visualization.
So you need to be a good storyteller and a communicator, right? The soft skill must
Yes.
be enough hard to get a job, right? So your
Yep.
favorite productivity hack that have worked very well for you, like that you suggest everyone, like thumbs up to do it.
I would say prioritizing tasks, focus on high impact activities, and then minimize the distractions
It's very hard to minimize a distraction in this world where you have
in this world
everything
today.
with the click, just one click, and you have everything in this world. And
Yeah,
what
there. Sorry, go ahead.
There is the next question said. So one book or one podcast and like the research papers you have mentioned that changed how you think or impacted very deeply on your experience or your life.
So there is a book called "Being Human in the Age of Artificial Intelligence,"
Oh.
by a professor of MIT here in Massachusetts. Yeah. So because humans are at the crossroad right now. Is the intelligence take over humans? So I enjoyed reading that book and how in our AI can be an augmenter, and we also realize that okay, we are human. We are not competing with the AI robots, or they're going to take over or things like that. So I would suggest yeah, reading that book. It gives a different perspective.
So if you have 30 seconds to your younger self or to a younger entrepreneur or a younger engineer listening to this podcast, what would it be?
Yeah, I would say embrace be coachable, embrace the curiosity, stay adaptable. The AI landscape is changing so fast that if you resist to change, you may not be able to catch up. So it's be coachable, stay adaptable, be curious also, focus on solving real world problems. Never than ever before, we are at the edge where we can the technology can solve the problems thinking like humans, so we can evolve overall the quality of life of every human being. The future of tech is bright, and you have the potential to drive a meaningful impact.
So is there any other skill that students should look up to, like any specific skill set that is currently high demand in industry?
Other than AI, you mean? Or
No, maybe like you have mentioned AI. Like in maybe in AI there might be some specializations because AI is a very broader, like you can say a subject or maybe a very broader thing. Like we need specializations. Like even in agentic AI, there's so many types and so many
yeah,
kinds of
yeah.
thing are there. So
So maybe I would say uh, focus on one area based on your interest, based on your passion or expertise. You can take computer vision. You can take NLP, natural language processing. You can take image processing. Take one area where you and then focus on all their because the scope of using AI even in one area is broader in every industry. Image is not only medical industry. Image processing, you can focus on, or you can focus on natural language processing for language thinking. So I would say and master that and expertise the fundamentals of that while staying in touch with all the technological advances like agentic AI, building AI agent, building agent apps. Those are the technological advancement, but the core fundamentals will remain the same. So take one area depending on your interest, do some projects which are free of cost, participate in some hackathons, Kaggle competitions, and connect with the like-minded individuals, like-minded folks within industry in your local area, and then build some prototype solution that's gonna take you. That will give you a platform to launch your career.
that's is an incredible talk. So like, do you want to add up to something for students or something you want to say?
I would say the future belongs to you guys. Just stay motivated. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't be disheartened. Don't lose hope. We have built the AI, and you are going to just take it forward.
That's for sure, sir. But people nowadays they get demotivated in just 2 days if they don't see the results. That's a big
I
problem in this generation. Like if we don't see the results, we just quit. We don't have that enough resilience, I guess, to just stick on it.
Yeah, so yeah, on that time, I would say don't associate your actions with results. Results are bound to happen. The humanity has come from Neanderthal age, Stone Age to AI, not in a not in a fraction of years, but because of the resilience, because of like researchers, they are so engrossed into their research that they don't think about what's gonna the results. So I would say de-associate with the results. Focus on your passion. Focus, identify your strength. Focus on your passion, and the future belongs to, yeah, the students. Yeah, just go ahead and win it.
Yes, sir, for sure. This is an incredible talk, a very AI focused, and it was just so amazing to talk to you. And I was like, just it was like genuinely mind blowing. And to everyone from Thapar or beyond, just make sure that you listen to this very carefully, very mindfully about about the tech conversation. And it was a masterclass about growth, integrity, and purpose. So if you enjoyed this episode, I hope you share it with your students and follow people around you.